Yo, what's good, y'all? What's good, fam? What's good with you? Today's date is May the 24th. I am your boy at DFSMasterMind underscore over on Twitter. I know it's been a minute, man. I know it's been a minute. I've been dealing with life issues, man. Not issues, man, but just life stuff, man, outside of DFS. I apologize, man, for not putting out this fire. Hopefully y'all been getting to the green line though. So let's get it, man. I'm ready, man. It's bright and early. We got early baseball. We got 4 games. I got a video for you right now. I'm about to put this one out, and then later on, man, we're gonna be talking about the main slate. If y'all need anything, man, hit me up on Twitter at DFSMastermind underscore. I'm available all day. And I'm ready to get to the green line, man. Last night had a really good night. I had a big boy call on my guy Matt Harvey. And no, he didn't dominate, but he did his job, man. You know what Matt Harvey did for me? Matt Harvey allowed me to get Clayton Kershaw. And Matt Harvey outperformed his salary on DraftKings, man. And I had 100% exposure to Matt Harvey, 100% to Kershaw. So it was a good night, man. I cashed out, won all of my head-to-heads, placed pretty well in the $8 tournament, and in the I did a $5 single entry. Cashed in that. Can't complain, man. So we about to keep it rolling. Today we got 4 games, man. Like I said, we have the Minnesota Twins versus the Orioles, 4.5 to a 4.6. We have Jose Barrios versus Chris Tillman. Next game we have the Blue Jays versus the Brewers. Marcus Stroman versus Matt Garza, 4.4 to a 4.2. Next game we have Volquez versus Sonny Gray, and that's the Miami Marlins versus the Athletics, 4 to a 4.6. Last game on the slate we have the White Sox versus the Diamondbacks, Jose Quintana versus Randall Delgado. I don't know who that guy is. 4.5 to a 4.6. So yeah, man, we got 4 games. It's early. I think we should be able to pinpoint what we like, and we should be able to get to the green line today, man. Get to the green line a little early, man. If we cash out, maybe get a little riskier in our main slate, man. Maybe throw a extra couple tournaments in there. Not saying give all your money back, because that's never a good feeling. But yeah, man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I gotta do one more thing. I gotta look this fella up real quick. I looked at him earlier, but it lost my mind. So I'm gonna just have that pulled up. Not bad. I'm looking at this Delgado fella. K rate is at 21%, which is not bad at all. Walk rate is very low with a 4.4. Whip is a 1.6. That's not bad. ERA is at a 4.0. Now let me see if is he a reliever pitcher and they're calling him up, or like he's getting a spot start. I need to know these things. Because if he's known to be a reliever, maybe they don't plan on using him for as long. Just eat up a couple innings. And if that's the case, White Sox will definitely be in play. I love attacking teams' bullpens, man. And it looks like he's an innings eater, man. He's a bullpen pitcher. Like Peacock, but like Peacock the other day. But Peacock, man, he came out and he surprised some folks, man. He had a nice game, but he only pitched 4 1/3 innings. Like, these guys, they don't pitch long into games because they're not used to it. But yeah, that's way down the road. That's the last game we need to talk about. But first game, man. Look, I'm going to just give you a breakdown, and later on I'm going to give you my quick hits. But I'm going to just talk through every game, tell you what I like, tell you what I don't, so check me out. Jose Barrios, monster arm. The man is on fire, dude. Last game struck out 11 batters. Going up against Baltimore, who we know they strike out a lot, man. But with that being said, I'm not going to have any exposure to this fella just because I think his ownership is going to be way too high for my comfort level. Like I said, I'm mainly a GPP type of player. I do dabble in cash and head-to-heads, but even in my cash or head-to-heads, I won't have him. I think the risk is not going to be worth the reward. I think we've seen his absolute ceiling, and I'm not going to chase that, man. Now, of course, he could come out and still have a decent game. Maybe, let's say he strikes out 6 instead of 11. He's not going to do that again. But I think the risk is way higher than the reward. I just don't want to. I don't want to chase, man. Anytime I see a man at his absolute ceiling, I tend to ease off of him a little bit, man. So that's what I'm gonna do in that situation. Chris Tillman. I don't know what that noise is. Chris Tillman. We could definitely attack him. Not a lot of good case stuff. He walks a ton of batters, man. His walk rate is around 10%. That's pretty high. So we can definitely look for some cheapies if we want. Sano is in play. Kepler, Vargas, all these fellas, man. I wish my boy Joe Mauer was still in the lineup, man, because he's been crushing. I'm looking at this first game as a game sack for myself. I think Berea, I think he gets hit today, y'all. I think we see him. This will be a first game where he gets blown up, man. You know, you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just giving you my standpoint, how I see this game going. So I'm gonna definitely have a ton of bats in this. It's one of the highest totals, so you know, that's even more reason for me. Next game, like I said, it was the Blue Jays versus the Brewers. I think on this game is gonna sound weird. The last game I won a game stack. This game, I think I'm going to do a pitching stack, man. I think I'm going to do Stroman and Matt Garza. I want both of these fellas, man. I think these two teams, the two pitchers, Stroman, of course, is the best pitcher on the slate. Matt Garza, he goes a little underrated, man. He goes a little under the radar. I think he can provide some decent baseball for us, man. 6 innings pitched in 3 of his last games. The strikeouts were kind of low, but he's going 6 innings, struck out 3, 4, 4, which is solid, man. It's not solid. It's not. I can't even flex like that's good. But I mean, it's decent, man. As much as he costs. And he's going up against a Tampa Bay, not a Tampa Bay team, a Blue Jays team who's known to strike out quite a bit, man. I'm not scared of them. They was rolling earlier. Maybe they started to lose a little confidence. I definitely want to attack some of these bottom players. And he got Marcus Stroman going against him. I know Stroman hit a homer against Julio Teheran, but I think Garza can get a few easy Ks from Stroman, and you know, this is just it's the situation I feel the best about as far as the rest of the pitchers on the slate. I know I want Baltimore bats, so I'm not gonna choose Barrios, and then that moves us on to the next game. We have Volquez versus Sonny Gray, and now Sonny Gray was originally gonna be my second pitcher. But I think I can just save a little bit more and get my boy Garza, man. I think he'll be fine today. You know, so I do like Sonny Gray though. Maybe I'll do one Stroman and Sonny Gray, or one Sonny Gray and Garza. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, these Marlin bats, they're a little scary, man. They have a lot of pop. But with that being said, the bottom of their lineup is trash, man. They don't have a lot of good, consistent bats. They're known to strike out too, and we know Sonny Gray. His last game, I was on Sonny Gray tough. Last game he struck out 8 batters, man. So I don't know, man. We know he's starting to get healthy. We definitely know that. We seen innings being pitched starting to get pushed a little bit. But one thing that really scares me is the wind is blowing out. We seen Miami; they had a pretty decent game last night. So I think I'm a tiptoe around the situation, even though I really do like Sonny Gray. But as far as bats, man, we can look at all of the athletic bats we want. We can pick on Volquez, man. We really can. Like I said, wind blowing out. We can get some Alonso. We can get some Healy. We can get whoever you want, man. We can definitely take advantage of this situation. This should be one of the best hitting environments on the early slate. So I like this game as far as some bats. Next game, man. Last one on the slate. The one that everybody's been just over these past couple days, man. When it gets hot in Arizona, man, the ownership is crazy. People just fall in love with these Arizona bets. Yesterday I thought I was a little nervous, man. I was a little nervous. But luckily we seen like a 4 to 5 run game. But I was like, man, they started off hot, man. They started off putting up runs. And I just seen people hawking me, dude. I was like, dude, I gotta hold on, because I didn't have a lot of bats in the late game. I had a lot of Mets bats and a lot of Boston bats, so I had an early jump on everybody. And then Kershaw was just able to, keep pushing through. Almost got the complete game, man. Somebody scored on a wild pitch, though. It was crazy, though. It was a good night as far as baseball in general. But anyways, man, like I was saying, the roof is going to be closed today. We have 2 pitchers. Katana's actually pretty decent. This Randall guy, like I said, he's a reliever pitcher. His numbers don't look too bad, but you can't expect too much from him. Like, I don't expect this man to go 6 innings. So if I'm looking for a pitcher option, I'm not going to choose him. And because of that reason that I don't think he's going to go 6 innings, I think some of these White Sox bets are in play, man, because they're going to have to deal with the bullpen, man. Arizona bullpen is not the meanest bullpen out there, so I think we can definitely take advantage of some of these White Sox bats, man. Give me some of these Cabreras. I want Melky. Give me some of these Garcias. Jose Abreu, he's in play. Sanchez, man, if he ends up starting, hopefully they'll bump him up in the batting order. I love me some Yalmer Sanchez, switch hitter. He's always in play. But yeah, man, and then on the opposing side, of course, the usual suspects. Paul Goldschmidt is always in play. Yasmani Thomas, he's in play. Nick Ahmed, if he's at the top of the order, man, I'm going to give me some of him, man. He's cheap. And I would like that. Jake Lamb is going up against a lefty. So, of course, his ownership will fall off a little bit. I assume his production would too, just a tad bit. But I think he could be okay. But, yeah, man. So, just a little recap, man. Hopefully, I led you to something that you wasn't thinking about. Hopefully, I helped you in some sort of way. I know I'm a little scatterbrained right now. I haven't made a video in a minute, man. I'm just talking. But yeah, for this early slate, man, my game plan, I'm doing a pitching stack with Toronto and the Brewers. I'm going Matt Garza and Marcus Stroman as my top 2 pitchers. And then I'm going to pick and choose the best bats, man, that I like out of the rest of the games. I know I will have some Baltimore exposure. They're definitely in play. I think Chris Davis is damn near a lock for me. I like Matt Joyce. I like Jed Lowry. Chris Davis is in play for me. And then just I'm gonna have a lot of these White Sox bats as well. I don't want to stack against Sonny Gray because I think he's in a decent spot. But you can definitely do some one-offs. Maybe one of these lefties go yard on them. But yeah, man, that's gonna pretty much do it. I don't have too much else to say. This is your boy at DFSMasterMind _. Y'all bless up, man. Let's get to the green line. Let me know if you need anything.